Yo, what's up, chat? We're about to start. Everybody stay locked in and let's go. So we about to start, chat. Let's go. Are you guys ready? Chat, we're about to start. Let's go. You're ready? You're ready? Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. So my name is Mr. Ashu, your German driver license theory hopper. I hope you pass your theory like a boss. It's what we do. So today I'm gonna be like doing the topic Tommy rule, which we are gonna be talking about braking distance, reaction distance, and stopping distance. So I want you to pay attention and listen attentively. So if you have difficulties today, like your problem is gonna like come to an end. You are gonna like get to like know what to do in case you come across questions like this where they talk about like braking distance, stopping distance, or reaction distance. Okay? So all that being said and done, we are gonna like start right now. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Okay. Now let's go. The question on the screen here, the first one said like, you double the speed at which you're traveling. How does this affect the braking distance? So whenever like you double your speed, it affects your braking distance 4 times. So don't be surprised if you come across a question where they tell you like, you're traveling with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, you brake normally. What is the braking distance according to the rule of thumb? Your braking distance is going to be 25 meters. But if they ask you a similar question like that with a different speed of 100, your braking distance will be 100 meters. That's to tell you, every time you double your speed, it affects your braking distance 4 times. Okay? So right here, the answer is 4. So every time you double your speed, it affects your braking distance 4 times. Okay, let's continue. By which rule of thumb can you determine from the speed the distance in meters a motor vehicle travels in 1 second? This one right here, if you understand it, it's going to like really help you a lot. By which rule of thumb can you determine from what? From the speed given to you in meters a motor vehicle travels in 1 second. So the number 2 answer is the correct answer. Because right here, they're simply talking about the reaction distance. Okay? If we see a question they're asking us like, what is the reaction distance according to the rule of thumb? This formula right here is what we are applying. We come across the question they're asking us like, what is the reaction distance according to the rule of thumb? This formula right here is what we are applying. Okay. Take note. The next one. By which rule of thumb can you determine the braking distance in meters from the speed when braking normally? So we have two types. When it comes to braking distance, we have two types of braking distance. We got the normal braking and the evasive braking. Okay? So by which rule of thumb can you determine the braking distance in meters when braking normally? So you come across a question they're asking like, you're traveling with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, you brake normally. What is the braking distance according to the rule of thumb? Which formula are you going to be applying? What formula are you going to be applying? You're going to be applying what the number 3 formula, which is the speed traveling divided by 10 times the speed traveling divided by 10. So that's it. When it comes to like this topic, it is very, very important we know the difference between braking distance, reaction distance, and stopping distance. So they cannot be asking you for reaction distance, you are applying the formula for braking distance. They cannot be asking you for braking distance, you are applying the formula for reaction distance. So knowing the difference between all these things like makes the work very easy for you. Okay. Now you're traveling at 30 kilometers per hour. According to the rule of thumb, the braking distance is 9 meters. When braking normally, how long is the braking distance under the same condition when traveling at 60 kilometers per hour? So when you were traveling at 30 kilometers per hour, they said like your braking distance was 9 meters when braking normally. That's certain, right? Now they are giving you another speed, a speed of 60, and they're asking like, what is going to be your braking distance? And we just saw the formula to get braking distance. To get the braking distance is very, very simple. And I will do it together with you guys. Let's do it together. Okay? We did it before, and I'll do it again so you can master it and keep it in your head so you don't get to forget it. So right here is the formula. I see the formula is right here. I wrote it before. So braking distance is equals to the speed traveling divided by 10 times the speed traveling. So braking distance is equals to speed divided by 10 times speed divided by 10. In this case, they told us like our speed is 60. So 60 divided by 10 times 60 divided by 10. 60 divided by 10. When you share 60 euros to 10 people, normally or like equally, how much will each person get? 6 euros, right? 10 year one time, 10 year 6. 10 year one time, 10 year 6. So we have 6 times 6, which is equals to 36 meters. 36 meters. So 6 times 6 is equals to 36 meters. Okay. So the answer here is 36, you know. I could like simply pick the answer, but I really wanted to show you guys how we got the 36. So in case you come across questions like this, but they are giving you another speed, you know, that's not going to be a problem for you. You're still going to be able to determine what you answer. Okay. You're driving on a narrow road. About 20 meters ahead of you, a child suddenly runs onto the roadway. When is a collision unavoidable despite emergency braking? You're driving on a very narrow road. About 20 meters ahead of you, a child suddenly runs what? Onto the roadway. When is a collision unavoidable despite you braking like in emergencies? So number 3, with a speed of 50, it's going to be difficult for you to brake suddenly and avoid that situation. But with a speed of 20 or 30, you can manage the situation. Okay? So take note. Whenever you're approaching like school areas, you're approaching like, you know, pedestrian crossings or areas like known to like have children around, always be at a moderate speed. Watch out, you know, and ensure like you don't get to like endanger the children. Remember, children, disabled people, and elderly people, we have a huge responsibility in protecting them. So watch out and do the right thing. Okay. Now, you increase your speed from 50 kilometers per hour to 100 kilometers per hour. How is the braking distance changed in accordance with change according to the rule of thumb? If you remember very, very well, the first question we saw, they talked about like every time you double your speed, it affects your braking distance 4 times. Right here, like they are not directly telling us like we have doubled our speed, but we can see with our own eyes. They told us like we increase our speed from 50 to 100. That means what? We have doubled our speed, which means our braking distance will be affected 4 times. Now, with the speed of 50 kilometers per hour, our braking distance is going to be 25 meters. With a speed of 100 kilometers per hour, our braking distance is going to be 100 meters. That is how we got to conclude that number 2 is our correct answer. Because the 25 meters represents what? The braking distance for 50 kilometers per hour, and the 100 meters represent what? The braking distance for 100 kilometers per hour. And I'm not making this up. I can like show you how to get it. To get the braking distance is the speed traveling divided by 10 times the speed traveling divided by 10. This video is going to like stay on YouTube. I'm streaming right now on YouTube and on TikTok at the same time, you know. So this video will stay on YouTube. You can watch it all over again until you understand the topic. That's the reason for the stream for today, you know. To make sure like we get done with this topic once and for all. So whenever like you have issues, you can go back and watch again, you know. So check on my profile, like you see the YouTube link. Go subscribe, and this video is like is streaming right now on TikTok, on YouTube too, you know, at the same time. So like child, like support the child as much as you can, you know. Support the stream as much as you can, child. Yeah, you pass like a boss, you know. In case you're here for the first time, my name is Mr. Ashu, your German Java license theory helper. Help you pass like a boss, you know. Yeah, we don't just like tell you like mere words, you know. We show working, you know. There's proof like to what we do. And we don't really like need to prove it to anyone, because you know you see what we do and you understand like when you go for the exam, all what we do here is what you need for the exam. So help support like the stream as much as you can, chat. Let's go. You increase your speed from 50 kilometers per hour. How does the reaction distance change in accordance with the rule of thumb? The one we saw before, they talked about what? they talked about their braking distance. Right now, they give us like the similar speed like before, but they're talking about something else. They want to trick you. Now, if you don't understand, you will never understand. Listen, there's a big difference between like braking distance and reaction distance because they have two separate formulas to help us like arrive at our final destination. When it comes to reaction distance, what is the formula? Formula is the speed traveling divided by 10 times 3. Now, remember, they're asking us like, how does the reaction distance change in accordance to the rule of thumb? When you go for the exam, don't be in a hurry to pick the answer. Read the question and know exactly what they're asking from you. You know what they're asking from you, it will help you like answer the question correctly. Our correct answer is the number 1. How do we know number 1 is the correct answer? Because it tells us like it doubled from 15 meters to 30 meters. That 15 meters right there is the reaction distance for the speed of 50 kilometers per hour. That 30 meters right there is the reaction distance for the speed of 100 kilometers per hour. So you are learning or you go for the exam, you come across a question where they're asking you like, what is the reaction distance when traveling with the speed of 50 kilometers per hour? The reaction distance is going to be 15 meters. If you see a question, they're asking you about the reaction distance for the speed of 100, your reaction distance will be 30 meters. So know the difference between braking distance, reaction distance, and stopping distance. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Don't get confused. Know the difference between braking distance, reaction distance, and stopping distance. Okay. I don't know if you feel me. You watched my stream for 500 minutes. Yo, that's straight up, bro. That's cool. Thank you very much, for doing that. Much love for the support. All right, let's go. Let's go. What's up, chat? W, Mr. Ashu in the chat. W, Mr. Ashu in the chat. Let's go. You're traveling at 100 kilometers per hour, have a reaction time of 1 second, and brake normally. Listen, that brake normally is very important. What is the stopping distance according to the rule of thumb? Braking normally is very important. Why? Because we have two types of braking. We can either brake evasively or brake normally. But in this case, they're talking about like braking normally. Okay? So you're braking normally. What's going to be your stopping distance? Now, I'll show you something. This one's a little bit complicated, but we are going to like do it, We are going to do it. We're going to do it. Listen. So stopping distance, which is what we are looking for. Stopping distance is equals to braking distance plus reaction distance. Listen, stopping distance is equals to braking distance plus reaction distance. Stopping distance is braking distance plus reaction distance. They told us like we're traveling with a speed of 100 kilometers per hour, right? So with a speed of 100, our braking distance will be 100 meters. Our reaction distance will be 30. So we take 100 plus 30, which gives us 130 meters. Okay, so listen. Stopping distance is braking distance plus reaction distance. Now, I don't want to go back to like do the mathematics because we already know how to get to it, So everybody here understands that when you're braking normally with a speed of 100, your braking distance will be 100 meters and your reaction distance will be 30 meters. So I'm simply adding 100 plus 30. So the 100 is the braking distance, the 30 is the reaction distance. Adding them two together give us 130. The reason I'm explaining this is because don't ask me like, how did you get the 100? How did you get the 30? The 100 is the braking distance, the 30 is the reaction distance. And we are looking for stopping distance. So stopping distance is equals to the braking distance plus the reaction distance. And that's how we got our correct answer. Okay. I really hope someone is following up, So our answer here is 130 meters. Boss, I have soon theory. You're going to pass like a boss, just keep learning. If you're understanding me, I want to like see you in the chat, I want to see you in the chat. Like, what city you watching from? What city you watching from? Let me see the charts, you know, like what city you watching from? What city you watching from? Let's go. Support the stream, chat. Let's go. From Stuttgart, from Essen, from Berlin. Yo, shout out to my people in Berlin. Leipzig. Ah, my city. Stop playing. W Leipzig, innit? Bremen. Yo, I love that city. I like everybody like watching, like, you know, let me see you in the charts, you know. W Mr. Ashu in the charts. Let's go. So like this stream is gonna like stay on YouTube tonight. Like this stream is gonna like stay on YouTube, you know. So like always check it, like care to like revise this topic. Make sure like you don't forget what we learned today. Okay. Frankfurt, yo, Essen, stop playing. We got people from all over, you know. That's amazing. All right, let's keep going. Don't lose focus, you know. So like as you know, I don't stream every day, but whenever I'm live, whenever I'm free, I come stream and like, you know, share love with my people, you know. So my advice for you is whenever you see me live, take advantage of it, practice as much as you can, and after the stream, go continue practicing, you know. Consistency is the key. Just keep doing it every day. It doesn't really matter how bad you think you are, just keep doing your thing, you know. If you keep doing it that way, you're gonna get the result you deserve, you know. Just keep doing your thing. You're a boss. To me, everyone is a boss, and you can make yourself a boss, you know. To pass like a boss, you need to walk like a boss, you know. You learn like your life depends on it. You know, there is no two secret when it comes like to the German driver license theory. If you learn, you will pass. You don't learn, you will fail. It's a fact, you know. Like no doubt about that. You don't go and sleep and you pray to God to make you pass. You have to learn to be able to achieve the success you deserve. It's a fact, you know. If you learn very well, no matter how bad you think you are, you're gonna like realize in a short period of time how good you have become. Because like you never gave up, you kept doing your thing and you believed in yourself, you know. So just keep doing your thing, you know, no matter where you're watching from. Much love to you, you know. I'm sending you much love. Just keep doing your thing. We all bosses here. We're gonna pass like a boss, you know. Let's go. Right here, what's the answer to this question? You're traveling at 100 kilometers per hour and brake normally. What is the braking distance according to the rule of thumb? Right now, this is the most simplest question you will see today, you know, because it's very, very straightforward. It's so straightforward, you know. Like we all know, like to get the braking distance is simply what? The speed traveling divided by 10 times the speed traveling divided by 10. Okay? So now they tell you here like you are traveling with a speed of 100 kilometers per hour. We simply take the 100 divided by 10 times 100 divided by 10. 100 divided by 10 is 10 times 100 divided by 10, another 10. We now have two tens on both sides with a multiplication sign in the middle. We take 10 times 10, which give us what? 100. Okay. You are traveling at 100 kilometers per hour and have a reaction time of 1 second. What is the reaction distance according to the rule of thumb? This is where like it really gets dirty, you know? This is where like people really get to make mistakes. Remember, you need to like understand the difference between braking distance, reaction distance, and stopping distance. They can't be asking you a question like this about reaction distance and you are there applying a formula for braking distance. There is a separate formula between braking distance and reaction distance. Okay? So to get a reaction distance like this is the speed that you're traveling divided by 10 times 3. Don't forget, the speed traveling will always be given to you in the question. You just like need to like know how to identify the speed traveling in the question. Now, you are traveling at 100 kilometers per hour and have a reaction time of 1 second. What is the reaction distance according to the rule of thumb? We simply take what? The 100, which is our speed traveling, divided by 10 times 3. So we divide 100 euros to 10 people equally. How much will each person get? Each person will get 10 euros. 10 times 3 give us 30. It's very, very important to understand the formula, you know. In case you go for the exam, they are asking you to get the reaction distance, but they give you a different speed. You know how to like navigate and get to your answer. Just memorizing it is not really enough. Understanding how it works is very important. You go for the exam, they're asking you for reaction distance, but with a different speed, you know at least how to like maneuver and get your answer. That's what is important. Please take note. Please take note. Okay. You are traveling at 50 kilometers per hour, have a reaction time of 1 second, and brake normally. What is the stopping distance according to the rule of thumb? We came across a question like this before, but there is a clear difference. What is the difference here? The speed. The one we saw before, they gave us a speed of 100. Now, they are asking us a similar question with a different speed to like try to trick us to see if we understand what we are doing. Now, how do I get the stopping distance? Stopping distance is the braking distance plus the reaction distance. How do I get the braking distance and how do I get the reaction distance? From the speed, I'm going to be able to determine my braking distance and my reaction distance. With a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, my braking distance will be 25 meters. With a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, my reaction distance will be 15 meters. And now I already know for me to get the stopping distance is the braking distance plus the reaction distance. So what do? I take the 25, which is the braking distance, plus the 15, which is the reaction distance, to give me 40 meters. So 40 meters is the correct answer right here. We saw a question like this before, but the only difference right here is because the one we saw, they talked about the speed of 100. Now they are asking us the same thing with the speed of 50. You might go for the exam, you see the same question with the speed of 60. So knowing how to get your answer is very simple. Stopping distance is equals to braking distance plus reaction distance. Why braking distance is the speed traveling divided by 10 times the speed traveling divided by 10. Reaction distance is the speed traveling divided by 10 times 3. And for braking distance, we have two types of braking distance. We have the normal braking and the evasive braking. When you brake evasively, the correct answer is the speed traveling divided by 10 times speed traveling divided by 10, all in bracket divided by 2. So this topic is very short and confusing. And trust me, you don't have to be scared. On the exam day, you are not going to be getting all these questions in your exam. They'll pick like 2, 3 and bring your exam, you know. That is why we are doing the topic completely. So whatever question comes in your exam, you're going to be able to pass it. Some people are only scared of it. Like, you have no reason to be scared of all these mathematical questions. They are very easy. That is why this video is going to be staying on YouTube. You can like watch it like as many times as possible until you understand the topic. We are family, you know. Like, it's not like I have so much time. Like, I need to really do something right now. But I'm free like this morning and I decided to come live, you know. Hey, yo, my boss. Pass like a boss. That's what we do, bro. Pass like a boss. You want to pass like a boss, need to walk like a boss, you know. When it comes like to this German driver license theory, there is no luck, you know. You cannot go and sleep and just pray to pass. If you don't learn, you will fail. It's a fact, you know. So if you can, you try it. You don't learn, you will fail. You don't go and like do like try by error there. You want to pass, need to walk like a boss. So you pass like a boss. And passing like a boss means like you go for the exam, you pass all the questions, you make no mistakes, you know. Because it is very, 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 very possible. Nobody should scare you. Nobody should insert fear in you. Passing the theory is very easy if you have the right person to direct you and tell you what to do. All right, let's continue. You are traveling at 50 kilometers per hour and brake normally. What is the braking distance according to the rule of thumb? Right here, everybody should know the answer. So chat, I want to get the answers in the chat, you know. What's the answer for this question? Get me the answer in the chat. What's the answer to this question? Of course, 25 meter. How do we get a 25 meter? How do we get it? To get the braking distance when braking normally is simply what? The speed traveling divided by 10 times that same speed traveling divided by 10. If you read the first line, they tell you like you are traveling at 50 kilometers per hour. So that is automatically like your speed traveling. The speed traveling is always given to you in a question. All you have to like do is like how to detect it and like identify it. So 50 divided by 10 times 50 divided by 10. You give 50 euros to your children, like 10 of them to divide. And if they are dividing equally, how much will each person get? 5 euros. So 50 divided by 10 is 5 times 50 divided by 10, another 5. We now have 2 5s on both sides with a multiplication sign in the middle. So we take 5 times 5, which gives us 25 meters. 25 meters. That is the formula to get what? Your braking distance. You might have a similar question like this in your exam day, but not with the same speed. They might ask you like, what is the braking distance when braking normally according to the rule of thumb? and you see a speed of like 100, you see a speed of 40, you see a speed of 50, and I will show you again. I did it before, I will do it again. So braking distance is equal to speed divided by 10 times speed divided by 10. So the S represents speed. We don't have so much space, that's why I write the letters, like, you know. So braking distance is speed divided by 10 times speed divided by 10. In that case, our speed was 50. We take 50 divided by 10 times 50 divided by 10. So 10 goes here one time, 10 goes here 5 times. 10 here one time, 10 here 5 times. We now have this 2, 5 here with this multiplication sign in the middle. Okay? So what is 5? Sorry. What is 5 times 5? It's equal to 25 meters. That's it, you know. 5 times 5 equals to 25 meters. That's how we got our answer. Very, very simple, you know. Okay. Somebody say do 80 kilometers per hour. Let me do 80 kilometers per hour. Okay. Somebody's telling me to do 80 kilometers per hour. That would simply be what? 80 divided by 10 times 80 divided by 10. Okay? I see. So 10 goes here one time. 10 goes here 8 times. 10 here one time, 10 here 8 times. Right? So what do we have here? We have equals to 8 times 8. That's how you get your answer. I see. So it is not really difficult. No matter how, what speed they give you in the exam day, just know how to get to your answer. Know the formula. Knowing the formula is very important. Okay? So knowing the formula is very important. So what's 8 times 8? Is 64, of course. 64 meters. Okay. Chat, let's support the stream, you know. Let's support the stream, chat. Let's support the stream, chat. Let's support the stream, chat, you know. All right, let's go. So like you're traveling at 50 kilometers per hour and have a reaction time of 1 second. What is the reaction distance according to the rule of thumb? It is very, very simple. I'm not going to go back to it again. We talked about it before, and I made it clear to you guys that you may come across like the same question but with a different speed. Okay? And this is it right here. But what is the formula to get the reaction distance? Reaction distance is simply what? The speed traveling divided by 10 times 3. Okay? What is the speed traveling? 50. 50 divided by 10 is 5. 5 times 3 give us 15. Give us what? 15 meters. I'm here since 3 months looking for a job in Germany. Bro, we don't find jobs here, you know? Yeah, we stream. We do German driver license theory to help you pass like a boss. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Now, remember what I told you before? We have 2 types of braking distance. We got the normal braking and the evasive braking, right? And now they're asking us like, what is the rule of thumb when calculating a braking distance for evasive braking? Listen. What is the formula here? Who can tell me? Chat, what's the formula for this question? What's the formula for this question? What's the formula for this question? Let's get the 100 subs, you know. Let's get the 100 subs. The formula for this question is number 3, you know. So like we have two type of braking distance. If they talk about like you braking evasively, which is like emergency situations, this formula right here is what we are going to apply to get our braking distance. It's the same thing, you know. The same thing as like braking normally. The only difference is you divide your final answer by 2. You divide your final answer by 2. Okay, so if you're braking normally with a speed of 50, your braking distance is 25 meters. When you're braking evasively, your braking distance will be 12.5 because you divide your final answer by 2. We are going to have a question right after this, which will show us like how to use this formula right here. Okay. So this is the question. Now they're telling us like you are traveling at 40 kilometers per hour. The braking distance is approximately 8 meters. So that is done. Like they already told you the answer for the speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Now they're asking you like, how long is the braking distance at 50 kilometers per hour, given otherwise the same conditions? What condition are they talking about? The condition at which you were braking, which is what? The evasive braking. To get the evasive braking is what? The speed traveling divided by 10 times the speed traveling divided by 10, all in bracket divided by 2, right? So 50 divided by 10 times 50 divided by 10 will give us 25. 25 divided by 2 give us what? 12.5 meters. And that's how we got to like get our answer. This particular topic was a very, very short topic, which like, you know, only 15 questions, you know, you can see for yourself. This was the last question. This was the last question for this particular topic. This video is going to be staying on YouTube. You guys can watch as many times as possible, chats, you know. Watch as many times as possible. Whenever like you forget these questions on this topic, you go and check and watch again. I'm wishing you all the best. If you're going for the exam, go make us proud. Go pass like a boss and come share your testimonies with us, you know. So that was it, you know. I have to go right now. And I'm wishing you all the best. Whenever I'm free, I'm going to come live again, you know. So in case like you have not subscribed yet, make sure like you subscribe right now. So whenever I'm live, you're going to get automatic notification. Our code is pass like a boss. So for you to be able to pass like a boss, you need to walk like a boss too. So stay locked in and do your thing, you know. Don't let nobody insert fear in you. The theory is very easy. Go do your thing. Give your maximum best. You're going to pass like a boss for sure, you know. I'm no capping. This is real fact. I'm talking out of experience and like I know what exactly we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So what is your YouTube name? Check, like, you know, click my profile right there, like you see the link, you know. Click my profile, you see the link on my bio. Alright, let's go, my people, you know. So have a nice day, you know. Thank you all for the sub, you know. Thank you all for the sub. Thank you all for the sub, you know. Alright, see you next time, you know. Peace, no. Peace, my people. Peace, everyone. Let's go.